Welcome to the Curry Gumbo Podcast, where Nicole and Ashley discuss Black film, music, and television. And today we are still in Atlanta. Well, virtually, courtesy of Hulu. Let's get into the next episode. Season 3, episode 2 of Atlanta, and we are still in the theme of these white people will kill you. That's the theme.
Okay.
We will get to it towards the end. These white people will kill you. So we are in Europe. This white woman does not speak English. So I don't know where he is. Somewhere in Europe. He's somewhere in Europe. And he's getting all these messages on his phone. Van is there. I don't know why. I still don't know why. Because and they asked that because they asked the question, and I had the same question, and I still didn't understand her answer.
These are things I don't understand, but I have an issue with Van. I've had an issue with her.
Issue?
I'm still mad at Van from season 1.
For what?
When Ern took her on a date. Now Ern is broke, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna have me drink by myself?" It's like, bitch, the fuck? Like, this nigga is broke. What is your problem?
He shouldn't take her out on a date if he can't date. Like,
but also, then why did you go? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
because they have this on, and I forgot about their relationship status. And even what's Lakeith's character's name?
Darius.
What's his name? Darius. Because it's like, okay, they have a kid together, okay, but then it's like they're not together, but they're still like in each other's orbit. And then even Darius,
she is in his orbit. He's never in her orbit. And these are the facts. Because when that Drake episode, Ern wasn't nobody.
That was one night.
Ern wasn't worried about Van. Is the thing that I'm trying to tell you. But when Ern is in Amsterdam, why the fuck is you here? I don't get it.
But I was saying, when Darius asked Van, he was like, "So what, you and Ern gonna have more kids?" And she was just like, "No, I have a boyfriend." And he was just like, "Okay." Like, it's like he don't know. It's like he's unsure of their status. Like, if that's your boy, then you know, even if she thinks they're together, like, I ain't thinking about that girl like that. He moved on eons ago.
But I mean, has he? I can't imagine him completely moving on and saying he's gonna pick her up from the airport.
Yeah,
don't you have?
I can see if they're I can see being friends. I don't understand. Like I said, I don't understand why she was there. If she was there separately and was like, "Oh, I'm in Amsterdam for XYZ," and he was like, "Oh, I'm here with Paperboy." It was like, okay, cool. Well, whatever. Their paths crossed, whatever. But it seemed like she was kind of like tagging along, which I didn't get. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why is you here?
I mean,
and even when Darius asked her, and she was just like, "Oh, I had this job, but it didn't go, so I just decided why not." I'm like, of all the places to go.
Well, so Ern is supposed to pick her up from the airport. They done lost her luggage. Okay. She ain't got no coat. Darius picks her up. So he says, "Let's get you a coat." And that is the first clue.
The first clue to what?
That something's going on here.
Oh, with Darius and Van?
I don't know what's going on here.
I was thinking, okay.
I feel like something is going to happen, and it could be a blossoming friendship, but I feel like something is like what's going on here, so they go pick up they go to a store, and Van,
like a thrift, makes it a thrift store,
and
because
Van,
that's important.
Darius says like, "Oh, we have a driver." She seems surprised. Is she surprised that he's doing well? He got you a ticket to Amsterdam.
Well, I think it's one thing getting a cab is one thing. Having a driver for the entire day, it's like, I would be surprised too. Like, damn, all day we can just, like, we don't have to just leave after one stop and then get another cab.
But Paperboy is famous, so this doesn't.
But Ern ain't had no driver. He had to get a cab. They had to get the man to pay him 40 euros for that one cab. Then he said, "Oh, I'm gonna need another cab." So he ain't have no driver for the day.
So it seems like he was concerned with her getting where she needed to be, and like him hooking up the driver was a way to show his care for her.
So Ern is concerned about Vanessa,
which is like, of course, like that's the mother of your child. Like, of course you're gonna be, like I get it, but also we still don't understand why you're here. Darius is us. Darius is us. Darius is like trying to make.
He was asking my questions. I'm like, why is you here?
Let's talk about why in the hell that's a big ass van. I know why they sitting next to each other.
Ooh.
Darius don't understand like certain social cues. He's lovable in that way. The same way like he didn't sense the danger with Teddy Perkins. It's like, baby, I need you to get up the fuck up out of there. You worried about this multicolored, tricolor, fruity pebble fucking piano keys, nigga. Get your ass up out of there. I know that Van got in that van first. And he got in second and said, I'm going to sit right next to you. Nigga, for what? But again, it's like, what's going on? He asking about her motherfucking pregnancy situation. How is this any of your motherfucking business? But I will let it go. But he's asking everything that we want to fucking know. Like, what y'all getting back together or something? Y'all working on baby number two?
Where's your baby? Like, you got to, like, where's your kid?
What about him? I love the way Atlanta don't be caring about this kid, because I don't even know that kid name. I swear for God.
Lottie,
like we rarely see this child, but it doesn't seem like we don't see the child because Ern's a bad dad.
No, it's just
like that. We do not see this kid.
Like, where is Lottie? Lottie's with my parents for this. Yes, she's with my parents. Okay.
Darius was in Nigeria for part of his life, and he can't procreate. Do you believe that?
Is he Nigerian?
I'm trying to figure out why the fuck he was there and what was happening. Why is it important that we know that you were in Nigeria when this happened? Like, what is specific to Nigeria? Like, it's not like, oh, I got into a car accident when I was in Nigeria. What did he say happened when he was in Nigeria?
It was like some type of ceremony.
Exactly. So I'm like, what's going on? They go and get her a coat.
At the thrift store.
She asks him, how does this one look? She tries on like this really long brown woolish type coat. He gets up close to her, sniffs her, and said, that has gasoline on it. You don't want that. It seems like a very caring thing to do.
I mean, I wouldn't want nobody walking around smelling like gasoline.
I wouldn't want anyone walking around smelling like gasoline. I'm concerned that she didn't smell it and he was far away and got up closer and all of a sudden he smelled it. Seems like I don't know, it just seems odd to me. Like, I don't get what's happening here. So she takes it off. She tries on another one. She likes it. There's a piece of paper in the pocket and there's an address on it. And he says, oh, this is a sign. You got to go there.
So they go on this crazy adventure. I'm like, ooh, who is doing this?
And when was the last time we saw him go on an adventure? When was the last time?
Perkins.
Exactly. We cannot trust, but Van don't know nothing about Teddy Perkins. I doubt it. I doubt she knows about Teddy Perkins. So they arrive at the address. It's these people dressed in white. When do we hoping y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen the episode. Go watch it, because spoilers. When do you sense the danger? Or do you ever sense the danger?
I don't.
Me neither. Why is that? We sense the danger with Teddy Perkins immediately. Why don't we sense the danger here? Is it because Van is there and Van is a Black woman and we trust Van to know?
Well, no. I was a little airy. Okay, when they first, so they roll up to this address and the woman comes out and she's just like, oh, the car is here. Okay, let's get everyone going. As if, so the woman's expecting a car service or a ride or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so Van's like, yeah, she's just playing along with it. Oh, okay, yeah, you're the she calls like an actress or something. And so I'm thinking this, because she says Darius is the photographer. And so I'm thinking this is some type of
photo shoot.
I'm thinking it's like some type of whatever.
Mhm.
So then they go to the second location. I did feel a little uneasiness when they're walking through the door and everyone is in like this towel wrapped around their
Yeah.
neck. And I'm like, why are y'all walking up these stairs? Like,
Mhm.
what's going to happen? Why are you just walking in here? Like, you're okay.
And immediately, because this is two Black people surrounded by white folk.
By white people.
And when in episode 1, when that young man is on that boat along with the white person, I immediately sense the danger. Immediately. When they're in that van, I don't
I
necessarily
didn't sense it in the van only when they walked to the second location and they were giving everyone that white towel around their neck as if they're going to some type of spa treatment. I'm like, what type of
Right.
spa treatment is this? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we walking upstairs?
Yeah. I think another reason I don't sense the danger is because it feels very like hijinksy, and it feels very fun, and it feels very
Yeah,
oh my God, we're flying by the seat of our pants, and we're not supposed to be here, and
we're
we're
on
being
an
naughty,
adventure.
and we're on an adventure, and these are two of the main characters. These characters are more than likely not going to die because
Right.
they're the main characters of the show. But also, since we know this is the last season, Game of Thrones
No,
taught
that's
us
season
that
4.
there's season 4. Okay,
Mhm.
well, never mind. Well, I'm thinking this is the last season. I'm wrong about that.
I know they already shot, they finished season 3 and 4 a
Together,
couple
and they're
years
just
ago. Yeah.
okay.
I don't know why
So
it took forever to
I
drop
forgot
them.
about that. I guess the point that I'm making is shows like Game of Thrones taught us that your main character could be gone. So don't be getting cute with your main character because they will be gone from your life. So, but I just don't sense the danger.
No, it just seems like if anything happens, it's going to be something crazy can happen, but not like
It's going to be fun. I'm thinking that these are people, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking danger. And I'm hoping it's not because I don't really care for Van and I'm not worried about her safety. I hope that's not it, but I just don't sense the danger. They go upstairs and it seems like it's a type of funeral service. It's a type of,
well, I didn't even get that at first because first everyone's in white. It's like a party. There's different platters. There's a bunch of people walking around. We see a guy laying down, and well, first they say he's ill. I didn't think it was a funeral service at first. I thought he's ill and they're coming to check on him.
Yes, so not necessarily a funeral service, but because they're all matching, I thought that it was some type of service, some type of ceremony, some type of.
I didn't even get that. I don't even know if I noticed I did notice they were all matching kind of towards the end. I just thought maybe it felt like a party, but I knew this guy wasn't well. So
Yeah.
I didn't get ceremony until the lady said she was a death doula. And I'm like, what the hell is a death doula?
See, I knew that that man was dying. Did that man look Black to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black hands. That's the other thing. I didn't understand why there was no Black people there, because if this is his final goodbye, where are his people?
And the man who was ringing the bell, he looked like a man of color. He didn't look Black, but he looked like a man of color to me. And so I was wondering.
Which means he didn't look Black. Like,
he looked like Southeast Asian to me.
Darius thinks the man that's on his deathbed is Tupac.
And I believe Darius. I believe that Darius believes that. I don't know who it is, but it's odd to me that he is Black, but it feels like, I wonder if this is a crew that feels like we don't see color here. And yet it's a Black person. It's all white people. And a Black person on this bed. And there's a loving conversation that happens between this death doula and Van.
It kind of opens up to her.
She says that she's aimless right now, and the doula says, I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be, which is a beautiful thing to say to somebody. And it's always true, like, because for the most part, like, you kind of are where you're supposed to be. And so when you hear things like that feel very like meditative and very conscious and very spiritual, sometimes you just feel at ease. Like this person doesn't mean to do me harm, right? Like this person wants the best for me and everyone else in the world. And then it's time to say goodbye to this man.
Well, first, before we get into that, Van was mentioning how she was going through panic attacks for a minute. And then like right before she came, and she was talking about going to Europe as a kid, traveling back and forth. And so I think going back to the question is, why is she there? I feel like that's more of the reason of her feeling aimless, not knowing what to do, having these, I guess, panic attacks, having a connection with Europe and thinking, am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be in Atlanta? I can get with that explanation versus I didn't get the job I wanted, so I decided to get on the flight.
And Van is mid-30s. How old are these folk?
They should be, because they have to be in their 30s.
Yeah, I think they're mid-30s. What I like about it is Atlanta always seems to want to have this conversation about stability, professional stability, financial stability, mental, emotional stability.
Even housing, because there was a time when
Ern was just
that public storage.
Absolutely. And you're with Ern. He's not financially stable. He's working towards a goal, and now he's in a place where there seems to be some financial excess. And where are you in your life? I like that the show, it seems to say that like, you can be in your mid-30s and you just don't have shit figured out. You have this child, you don't know where you didn't get this job, so you don't know where you're supposed to be financially. It reminds me of like Nina in Love Jones. Like, I don't really know, like I know what like my dream is, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like with Van, we don't even know what her dream, like, what do you want to do?
What does she work?
No clue. And not even what do you want to do professionally, but like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And so I can see you having panic attacks being that age, like inching towards middle age. Cause I think mid-30s is young. I happen to think mid-40s is young. But
but if you think about mid-age being, if your life expectancy, let's just say average is 70, 80, hopefully you can live to 100. Hopefully. But it is mid-age if you're going to go at 70, 80. Yeah, I understand where Van is coming from.
Yeah. And it's odd that she feels safe enough to tell this stuff to this woman who she doesn't know.
Nope.
And sometimes there's intimacy that takes place with people like who you pass by. Like sometimes, it's easier to tell someone something significant about your life when you know you're never going to see them again, because you don't have to answer to them.
Right.
It makes sense that she is sharing this with this doula,
a stranger.
Yeah, and she doesn't really say it to Darius when he asks, even though she's not close friends with Darius, there's a proximity to Ern. So, she's not necessarily going to keep it 100% with Darius because that information is going to get back to Ern.
That's what did she describe? She said that's her daughter's father's friend. Her words.
Yeah. She doesn't say that's my friend. No. But you see how they think, that doula thinks that they're together? It's like clue number 3.
No, it could be because they just two Black people, but okay.
I don't know. In Brown Sugar, when she was looking for that vase, and that Black woman thinks that they together. It's like, people think y'all together because y'all act like y'all together. People think people think Van and Darius together because y'all acting like y'all real close. I don't understand. Like, he taking you shopping for coats and shit. He could have just he could have waited in the car. He could have took a Uber to his hotel room. He could have went back, you know what I'm saying?
He's not gonna do that. I can see them, because that being his friends daughter's mother, he's gonna take some type of a little bit more care. He's not just some girl you knew from middle school.
I disagree completely.
Oh my gosh.
I think that what a lot of guys would have done was call Earn, because I'm sure your phone working at this point, and to say like, hey, she need a coat, so that's where she at. I'm here. You gonna come meet up with us? What you want me to do?
I don't think so, because that's at this point your family. They know each other. They're not super tight, but that's not her. They've been around each other. She knows him. There's a comfort there.
Okay.
There's a comfort there.
I don't think there's a comfort there at all. I don't think that Van is
comfort, meaning I don't think she's not afraid to be with Darius. She's not like, oh my God, Earn, like she's not on the phone with Earn being like, okay, I'm here with Darius. I'm nervous, but she's not nervous to be around him.
I think the fact that they know each other is even more reason that this feels a little weird to me. I'm not saying that they're doing anything disrespectful. I don't think that they're because Van and Earn are not together.
Well, she got a boyfriend, allegedly.
It feels intimate in a way that's leaning towards romance to me.
Okay, well, we'll see, because when we get to the end of the episode, I have questions about that, so we'll see. But they're in this death ceremony.
They're with the cult.
Exactly. Well, yeah. So they're saying that, this guy, he's transitioning and they're helping his transition, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're asking people for last words. Van has some last words. She holds this man's hand and she's like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And
I'm assuming she's talking to herself, right? Because maybe there's a part of her that might be dying away, and she's saying it's okay to move on into this new. But it's important that it's Van who's there doing this and not Al. This ain't Paperboy. This ain't Earn.
Oh yeah.
This is Van there, because there's a part of her life that perhaps she's shedding away. It's difficult to move into an unknown space. It's difficult doing that. And I think that's another show. That's another episode for us, Black women moving into unknown territory. So that is Nina from Love Jones.
Yeah.
Right. Like that. So
being aimless at times.
Being
not
aimless.
Knowing where you're going.
Not knowing where you're going. That's old girl from that's Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale. Like, I'm divorced. I ain't been on my own. Like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do?
11 years.
Yeah.
I was a secretary working every day of the week.
And now you're not.
A job when no one else was there helping you get on your feet.
And now that white woman there enjoying all the fruits of your labor, and now you got the blow up cars. But yeah, so I think it's fitting that it's Van, the one who is seeing this man off, and what she believes to be like seeing this man off in a healthy way.
But no, because these white women will kill you. That doula pushed that button.
Baby, when I heard that alarm.
This like oversized face condom suffocates.
Not face condom.
What
not a dental dam. A big ass dental dam.
That wasn't no plastic bag. They killed this Black man, and we saw him struggle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, is she gonna stop it? Is she gonna poke a hole to help him breathe? What is? I
think at that point you don't even know what to do, because it's like
I would be scared, because you're surrounded by these white people. You don't know if they're going to act out violently.
You might be next.
Stop to this. Yeah. Darius is scared. I feel like this is one of the first times, or the second time we see Darius afraid, because he's scared in the Teddy Perkins episode. And so we see him.
He's like, okay, what did we get in? What adventure did we get ourselves into?
Mm-hmm.
So during this time, Paperboy is getting ready. Well, Paperboy was in jail in Amsterdam.
And it seemed like a very lovely jail.
You know what? I've heard people say jail in Europe is vastly different than the United States.
But didn't A$AP Rocky get arrested in Amsterdam?
Yes, and he didn't have a good. Well, I don't know what his facilities were like.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious as like you should not be there because those white men were assaulting you and you were protecting yourself. So
right, you don't want to be in jail, but I think the jail in the United States is vastly different than jail in Europe.
Yeah, and everyone was aggressively polite. Every time Ern sneezes, like bless you. Everyone has to say it. Everyone. Mm-hmm. He blows his nose. The man comes over with his bare hand to take the little snot tissue. He's like, give it to me. You are not going to stop me from being polite, motherfucker. You better give me this motherfucking tissue.
So Paperboy was in jail. It turns out he didn't really explain because they had this crazy night at the hotel. Like it was damages to the room, but that doesn't explain why he went to jail. Because damages to the room just means you have to pay for this. Mm-hmm. But then when he goes back to the hotel, he says he doesn't want to get into it with these people again. So we don't know what exactly caused him to go to jail. But Paperboy is getting ready for this show in Amsterdam. Ern's getting all the...
It's like getting the logistics ready. Yeah. He's meeting the manager, or he's meeting the manager or the promoter of this event. Yeah. Who feels nervous to me, who feels... like he's only being nice to them because they are the stars of the show, as opposed to I'm being nice to you because I'm just a nice person.
No, so, I think you want to make sure that the talent is happy, satisfied, they have what they need. You need 20,000 euros. Okay, here. What do you need? To make sure the show goes on. This is obviously Christmas time because we see all these Black Pete's. Swatsa Pete's. Did you watch the video I sent you?
I did not. So I don't know what Swatsa Pete's is. I just noticed these motherfuckers in this blackface, child.
Oh no, I want you to watch it.
Sorry, you want me to watch right now?
I mean, it's like 20 minutes long.
Oh, see, no, we ain't got time.
The video is the girl, she's a Black woman, half Black, half Ghanaian. She lives she's from Amsterdam. Her mama is white. And this celebration goes on, been for years, this tradition. And she's just talking about how she's not comfortable with it as a Black woman in Amsterdam, and how her mom is, just explains to her mom why it's not cool, which is, it was a good conversation. Mm-hmm. And it explains, I guess, how, that's how they do it in the Netherlands.
And I think that we see one of the reasons why, or maybe the reason why Paperboy is even arrested in the first place, is because these two women that he is having this wild night with, they get into a fight and the room is destroyed. Now he goes to jail. We don't know if they go to jail. I'm assuming they do not.
But still,
there is this woman of color there who is trying to reprimand her white friend for using the word nigger. And even that we can see in her experience, that she is experiencing this racism that these white people don't understand as racism.
Mm-hmm. So the story of Black Pete is Santa Claus, but instead of elves, Santa Claus has these helpers who are in blackface because they went down the chimney, to get the presents. But in the chimney, their face got black, their hair got curly, and their lips got big and red, all from the chimney. And so you have all these people walking around the city with this caricature of blackface and afro wig and big red lips.
And I think that to a certain extent, they know it's weird, because when the housekeeper, or the person who's, housekeeper is a pejorative term, right? The person who's coming to do the housekeeping in the hotel. Mm-hmm. what's the word for that?
I don't know.
Well, the person
I
who's
think it's
coming to do
housekeeping.
the person who's coming to do the housekeeping in the hotel, she's in this blackface and she looks a little nervous. Their driver, who's explaining what this tradition all about is, he seems a bit nervous because I'm assuming like he knows that there are some Black people who are uncomfortable with this, as they
Now,
should be.
I don't know. I want you to watch the video that I sent you, because I think them white people just be someone to be oblivious. They're just like, it's Christmas. It's Santa Claus. These are his helpers.
I think that they are oblivious in the way that the white people was oblivious when they kept saying Barack Obama looked like a monkey. I think they're oblivious in that way. Like, what's wrong with the monkey? Curious George is our friend. Like, what's wrong? We're not saying that he is a monkey. What's wrong? I mean, he looks like a. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying all lives matter? What is wrong with that? Oh gosh, guys, come on. I feel like it's that type of oblivious. Yeah. Like, I think it's like a forced ignorance.
So anyway, so it comes down to when it's time for Paperboy to perform, everyone in the audience is essentially in this blackface caricature. And Paperboy is like, no, I'm not doing this. I can't. And so Earn goes to the manager of the venue, and he's saying, he's like, Paperboy is not performing. He's sick. Do the insurance claim. I understand, you guys have money. You're going to get your money. Just fill out the insurance claim. We're not performing. Now, this guy, he's pissed.
Who was very polite.
Yeah.
Very polite.
But then at this point, I'm like, maybe it's not about the money, but it's about maybe he was trying to prove something of getting a Paperboy to perform.
Oh yeah,
because I understand him being
pissed.
Yeah,
I understand him being pissed. Like, dang, this is going to do something for my career. I'm trying to, it doesn't look good if the person that I said was going to be there doesn't come, sick or not sick.
Yeah. So then he tells Earn, he's like, what did he say? He said, what did he say? Did he say, I'm going to kill you?
He said,
no, he said,
I will destroy you.
No, first he was like, F you. And Earn was like, no, he said something weird. He didn't say F you.
He said, you're trying to fuck me. Hold on. We're going to get it. Hold on. Because I'll pull it up right the fuck now.
That's what he said. He's like, you're trying to F me. I was like, I'm not trying to F anybody.
He said, I don't fuck anyone. Which I felt like had a double meaning. I feel like that was like, have you been? Well, no, because he was
with the white woman.
Girl. Yeah, so yeah.
So then this guy, he's pissed. So he charges at Earn. Earn runs, and then so they're in the lobby with all these blackface caricatures, and then the guy just starts beating up on this. Obviously he's white and blackface, but I'm like, are you just angry?
I was like, do you really not see him? Or are we just exaggerating because this is a show? Because remember when Van takes Earn to her when Van takes
the German restaurant
to this festival that she's going to, and people are in black.
Oktoberfest. Yeah.
And this white woman walks up to Earn and said, oh my God, it looks so natural. So you taking this man to this racist shit. This is another issue I have with Van. You're taking him to this thing. But anyway, but also Earn, you picked this a woman. But anyway.
So white people really like this? Like, because they would know.
I think that this man is just upset. And he just wants to take it out on someone. I don't think that he knows that this is Earn, but the fact that we have that question speaks volumes to me. Like the fact that we don't really
Earn.
know.
He was like, "You're gonna just I hate you, Earn, or whatever. F you, Earn." So it's like
when that man started talking, you should have known that that wasn't Earn.
Exactly.
And that's why I think it's not Earn. You just need somebody to.
You just mad.
Yeah, you're just looking for a black body to punish. So I would think that should signal to you, that this tradition that y'all have feels weird. Like you can't even recognize your white friends. And not that this guy was his friend, but also I would think
a white person, the black person.
I would think that you would say here's the reason why I don't care that Earn has upset this white man's day. Because you wanted Paperboy to perform in that costume.
True.
So you know what is happening in this town at this moment. And I feel like you're getting Paperboy on purpose because you want a darker skinned person to perform while everyone is in blackface. So fuck you. I don't give a fuck how they ruined your day. I go, fuck.
Yeah, we get back to the hotel. Van is in the hotel getting some ice. She's in a towel. Her hair is wrapped up too, like she washed her hair. Like, why you wash your hair? It's 4 a.m. And Aaron is like, Van? And she's like, oh, hey, I'm just getting some ice. And he's like, 4 a.m? He's like, yeah.
I was waiting for Darius to come out the room and be like, who you talking to, hun?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, at this point, I'm like, okay, who is Van sleeping with?
Who you just freshly fucked and you went and took a shower and then
washed your hair.
And I could see wanting to be clean after witnessing that. I could see being like, I need all of my body washed. But I can also see the intimacy between her and Darius being closer because after you've gone through something so traumatic, there might be some trauma bonding that's happening, but or did you just get freshly fucked and you took a shower and now you parched and so you
why do you need ice? Exactly. Why do you need ice? So far, how are you liking these first 2 episodes of Atlanta?
I did not like the first one. It was very difficult to watch. It reminded me of the FUBU episode. I cannot see children be harmed.
Okay, so you don't like it not because it's bad, but you think it was
wonderful. It was wonderfully done. There were just certain parts that were problematic to me. The black mother, the black caseworker. So other than that, and also what is the purpose of repurposing this trauma in this way?
The good thing in this one is that the boy escaped, where in real life he
didn't.
Yes. So I was happy about that.
That was one of the reasons I like the show, but this boy also is returning back home to a black mom who is also not necessarily concerned with his safety because you gave him to these cops.
Well, okay. I think so. Going back to this is a dream sequence. When she was like, "Oh, here, take him," and then when he came back as if no time has passed, I was like, "Okay, this part doesn't seem real." Yeah, the part her just being like, "Take him," and then him coming back, like that whole section. That's where I'm like, this is really dreamy. This is not real life. This is definitely a dream sequence of like.
Well, the part where he's with the white family, that's the part that seemed the most real to me.
Well, because it is, okay, because it is real. It really happened. But I'm saying in sequence of the episode, the mom just be like, "Okay, you want to leave? Go on and leave." And then he comes back as if, "Oh, you decided to come home now? Okay." Like there was no. If your child is missing.
He ain't missing. The state has him.
But you don't even know where he is or what happened to him. If he's in a facility,
it doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't. It's not making sense.
And I think that there's a conversation that they're maybe trying to have about like how a lot of this shit don't make sense. Like, really, y'all called a caseworker because of this type of disciplining Y'all really like,
Yeah.
so I think that they're
And he was able
trying
to leave the house so quickly. Yeah,
right,
the mom
like
said leave, and he said, and you took it. You really took him.
two things don't feel real to me. That black mama saying, take him, get him on out of here.
Right.
And that black mama being like, oh, you came home, you ain't worried about what he did, you ain't worried about what he did. But him being in that school, being sent to the principal's office because
those were all real events.
Real. You being upset about or this white family abusing these children as well
that was
as
real.
That is real. All of that feels real to me. And what is difficult about it is I don't understand necessarily who this is for. I understand that you didn't know about the Hart family, but I bet you have seen the picture of that black boy hugging that cop. I bet you've seen it. Maybe you just don't remember it. And I know that you know of horror stories. Maybe you don't.
Oh, definitely.
You can exactly like. Maybe you can't name the family, but you know what happens to black children when they are in the custody of the state. So
it's been going on for years. Yeah.
So black people know this. So who is this for? I'm not saying it feels like trauma porn. It don't feel like trauma porn to me. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to get out of this.
Get out of it. I get it.
So while the writing was beautiful, while the direction, like the cinematography, all of it was beautiful, I don't understand the intention behind it. And I also don't understand the lack of nuance as it relates to darker skinned black women in the show. That's all I'm saying. But I care greatly for Donald Glover, Stephen Glover, all the people who are, but I'm just saying, like, if we gonna give it to Tyler Perry the way we be giving it to him, I feel like it's important that we're critical of everybody.
True. I agree. I think it was a good episode as far as the story and how it connected based on true events. But I do agree it is kind of it's a hard story to watch. I don't want to watch this again.
I don't need to watch
it again. I've seen it once and I saw it. I don't need to go back and revisit this. Yeah, I don't know if it's bringing awareness to that situation. Awareness to, I don't know, is this a call for white people to stop adopting these black kids or be careful of the white people who adopt these black kids? But like you said, we already know this.
Yeah.
So this is not new news to us.
Maybe it's new news for white folk.
They know what they be doing.
Maybe I think maybe it calls attention to, like, especially that guidance counselor, like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to get you out of there. You're thinking you're being helpful, but you're not.
But you're not.
You're not. You're going out of your way to be helpful when you're going out of your way to put that boy in danger.
And more danger.
In danger, real danger.
So is this, I mean, both these episodes were about white people being dangerous and these white people gonna kill you. And so I wonder, like, is this theme of racism not just in the United States, but in Europe, and these white people cults and these white people gonna kill you? Like, is this,
it's like, inescapable. It's inescapable. Like, racism is everywhere. Like, don't think you're gonna go to Europe and be some expatriate and you're gonna be safe there. You're not. And also, you have attained this wealth and yet you're still unsafe.
True.
So
I wonder if the episodes going forward, if this is going to be the recurring theme for this season.
I don't know. I love Paperboy so much. I want to see more of him. I just think he's a brilliant actor. He showed the fuck out in Bill Street. Did you see Bill Street?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like it too much.
But he showed out. He did so. I mean, I was like, he needs to be nominated for everything. So I would love to see him, more of him. His standalone episode where that he's lost in the woods. The man is calling him Deer Guts. That was just so great. I want to see more of him. and how he has grown. He's still seems to be like quite immature. You know, you throwing money into the crowd like, nigga, we grown. Get the fuck out of here.
He a rapper, so I don't expect.
What grown ass rapper you see doing that shit?
All of them.
You do not see Jay-Z throwing money in there.
Jay-Z don't count. I'm talking about the people who are 30 and under.
You see Future throwing money? Future got 50 kids.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now, that's the only reason that's holding him back if he don't do it. But I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he did. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more Atlanta episode reviews. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Curry Gumbo. Bye.